Hello, I'm Mr. Horvath. Your students probably have not seen me with the beard, and if you are a returning parent, if I had a senior before, you have probably never seen me with this either. It's a new experience, so now I get to comb my beard sometimes and have a little fun, I suppose. Anyway, just to restate it, I am Brian Horvath, and I am the senior theology teacher here at Lutheran North. The class that I teach is Applied Christianity. Applied Christianity is essentially worldview training for the 21st century Christian. We try to talk about everything in applied Christianity. 20 years ago, the principal hired me and he said, essentially, we need to prepare students for the transition from high school and then into college. We need to prepare them for the rest of their lives from a spiritual perspective. We need to prepare them for anybody who challenges them and their faith. So that's what we've been doing for 20 years, and it's been going well so far, and we're looking forward to a few more years of doing such. Applied Christianity, like I said, we try to cover everything and anything that we can that fits within the domain of what we're talking about, but there are three major areas that we focus on: Christian ethics, Christian sanctification, and then Christian apologetics. So like Christian ethics, euthanasia, stem cell research, in vitro fertilization, divorce, sexuality, and anything in between. We talk about Christian sanctification. What does it look like for a Christian to take ownership of their faith, and how does that influence sex, drugs, rock and roll, friendships and the influence of friendships, and the media and how the media influences us and what we listen to, how does that influence us? Dating and relationships and being a man of God and being a woman of God. All of that is covered and discussed in class. And then we do Christian apologetics. If you don't know what Christian apologetics is essentially giving answers to individuals that have questions about Christianity. Like, why would a loving God let bad things happen to good people? Or does God even exist in the first place? What are your reasons for believing that God does exist? Can you trust the Bible? Does the Bible contradict? Any of those questions, we try to answer within the time frame that we have. And of course, the resurrection. What makes us think that the tomb and the cross were both empty? And why is that a valid reason for us basing our entire life off of this truth? Those are the three main areas that we focus on here. One of the most important parts of applied Christianity is, while we do a lot of worldview training, we do a lot of comparing and contrasting a secular non-Christian perspective with the Christian perspective. I will always tell the students, hey, this is what a non-believing individual or a more secular perspective would be, and this is how they come to those conclusions. And then this is the Christian response, this is why we believe what we do, and then we kind of have that kind of conversation, and then it's kind of up to them to kind of figure out whether or not they're tracking with that, and hopefully, of course, they are. But I say that to emphasize that I'm not necessarily preparing students to go out and fight the big bad atheist or secular professor. What I'm trying to do in applied Christianity is to answer the questions that many of them have about faith and many of the questions that people have about life. I'm trying to help them, and I'm trying to help them identify who and whose they are and what they believe in and why they believe in the first place, and then give them a position to where they can stand confident in Christ and knowing who and whose they are as they transition from high school and then into college and beyond. As I tell the students all the time in the classroom, my door is always open, except for when it's closed, and then they just have to knock. I'm here for them. I'm here to walk with them on their journey of self, and more importantly, their journey of faith. If you have any questions, obviously, you can email me at bhorvath@lhsa.com, and I'll be more than happy to email you, or if you want to call me at the 586-781-9151, extension 101 works, but email is the easiest way to contact me. We'll have some tests here and there throughout the school year, but one of the biggest questions that parents have, or maybe one of the biggest concerns that parents have, and even students coming into applied Christianity, is the memory quizzes that we have. Every Friday we have a memory quiz, and every Friday students are expected to write down word for word whatever that memory verse selection is. So as you can see on this piece of paper here, I have one box here, and I have another box here. So when they come in, I give them their memory quiz, and this week's it is, I am a unique child of God, full of potential, washed in the blood of Christ. And then down here, the school mission statement was learning for life, leading in truth. So they need to get full credit, they need to write that out word for word without any mistakes. And then next week what's going to happen is we'll add John 8:12 to the mix. So they'll have, I am a unique child of God, full potential washed in the blood of Christ, and then they'll have the school mission statement, and then they'll have John 8:12. And then the week after that, they'll have the class quote, the school mission statement, John 8:12, and then whatever's next. And then the week after that, we'll have those four, and then whatever that fifth one is. And it sounds daunting to a lot of people, but once you get into the rhythm of memorizing it and repeating it over and over and over again, it becomes relatively easy. Now, I know that some students legitimately struggle with rote memorization and providing information word for word in this type of format. All that I've asked the students to do is for them to give me their best work. If you're studying and you're putting in the work during the entire week, and then you give me your best effort, I will notice that, and I will grade you according to your ability and according to your effort. So I will take care of any students that struggle from that perspective, and they can always come talk to me if they want. I've already communicated to them, but they can always come talk to me, and we can work on it some more, and I'm more than open to those types of conversations with the students first, of course. So that's usually the biggest consternation, but again, I take care of the students, and everything usually works out quite well. Well, that is applied Christianity in a nutshell. I can give you a word of confidence that I will be looking out for the mental and the emotional, physical, and of course the spiritual well-being of your young man and your young woman, and help them make that transition from high school into college, but more importantly, giving them a confidence in who and whose they are in Christ. Lord's blessings, and have a great day.